quorum of the Rock Island City Council due to the disaster declaration issued by Governor Pritzker. Because of this order related to COVID-19 health concerns affecting the state and the city, the mayor has determined that an in-person meeting at City Hall with all participants may not be practical or prudent. Alderpersons and staff may also not be physically present at City Hall due to the disaster, and physical attendance at City Hall may be limited. To participate remotely during the public comment or public hearing portion of this meeting, please join by phone at 1-916-750-3293, PIN 129-865-464#.
Thank you. Roll call.
Alderperson Robinson.
Present.
Hurt.
Here.
Gilbert.
Present.
Swanson.
Here.
Parker.
Here.
Poulos.
Here.
Mayor Tomes.
Here. Thank you. Can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Remain standing for a moment of silence, please. Thank you very much. Item number 6, public comment. Did anybody sign up back there? Nobody signed up. All right. We signed up for it. Actually, I will make then 2 comments. One, we're going to pull item number 18 from the agenda. Number 18 will be pulled from the agenda. And the agenda item, other business, we had a little computer glitch, software glitch, so it shows in the agenda the wrong place. It'll be moved to the end of the agenda. So just a minor adjustment there. And so item number 7.
Minutes from the December 13th, 2021 study session and city council meeting.
Motion to approve the minutes as printed.
Second.
Moved to second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderperson Hurt.
Yes.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Poulos.
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Item number 8.
Minutes of the December 13th, 2021 closed session.
Move to approve the closed session minutes.
Second.
Second.
It's been moved to second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderperson Hurt.
Yes.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Poulos.
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Item number 9, update Rock Island. Got a couple items. Holiday garbage and recycling schedule. The garbage and recycling for the Christmas and New Year's holidays will be on the normal collection schedule. City Hall and city offices will be closed on Friday, December 24th, Monday, December 27th, and Friday, December 31st. The drop-off center located at Millennium Water, 13606 Knoxville Road, Milan, will be closed on Saturday, December 25th. Free Christmas tree pickup. The city will offer free Christmas tree collections from December 27th, 2021 through January 7th, 2022. Christmas trees should be placed at the normal garbage set-out point on the Citizens Garbage Collection Day. Trees must be placed at least 3 feet from where the garbage cart is and be free of any Christmas lights and ornaments that you have. The QCCA Expo Center to host their annual Bald Eagle Days, Friday, January 7th through Sunday, January 9th. Visit their website at www.qccaexpo CENTER.com. Quad City, CAExpoCenter.com for showtimes and ticket information. And I'd like to make sure, do it early here, wish everybody a safe and happy holidays as we join our families and friends. Item number 10.
Presentation from Mr. John Phillips with the Illinois City County Management Association regarding the retirement of Mr. Randall Tweet.
Thank you. I am pleased to have the opportunity to represent the Illinois City County Management Association. It's 650 members plus in that association, city managers, city administrators, assistants, and other local government professionals are part of that group. And their main purpose is to provide support, resources, training for all those members in order to support the concepts of transparent, ethical, professional, nonpartisan local government. And so I'm pleased to be here tonight to present a plaque to Randy on behalf of the association, and let me read it. It says, in recognition of the retirement of Randy Tweet, ILCMA is proud to contribute $100 toward the ICMA Fund for the Profession. That's a fund that supports the work of professionalization of local government. So Randy, on behalf of the association, thank you for your great work for the city of Rock Island, the citizens of the city, and also representing the association so well, ethically, transparently, and in a way that we can all be proud. So, thank you.
Yep, baby. Get untangled there. Oh, I zoomed in. Oh, no, we gotta keep the resolution. Okay, good. All right, excellent. Item number 11.
Mayor Tomes will close the regular meeting and open a public hearing regarding the calendar year 2022 budget, excuse me.
I hereby close the regular meeting and open a public hearing. If there's anybody who'd like to speak in regards to the budget? Anybody virtually? Hearing none. We'll close the public hearing and reopen the regular meeting. All right. Item number 12.
An ordinance adopting the budget for the fiscal year January 1, 2022, and ending December 31st, 2022, second reading.
Motion to pass the ordinance.
Second.
We have to say, any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Hurt.
Yes.
Gilbert.
Nay.
Swanson.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Poulos.
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 13.
An ordinance for the levy, assessment, and collection of property taxes for the city of Rock Island for the fiscal year beginning January 1, 2022, and ending December 31st, 2022, second reading.
Motion to pass the ordinance.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Hurt.
Yes.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Swanson,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis,
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Item number 14,
An ordinance amending Chapter 6, Article 4, Section 6-63 regarding ambulance rates, second reading.
Motion to pass the ordinance.
Second.
moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderperson Hurt,
Yes.
Gilbert,
Aye.
Swanson,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis,
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Item number 15,
An ordinance granting a special use permit for the Carriage and Auto House Building at 1300 24th Street, second reading.
Motion to pass the ordinance?
Second.
moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Hurt,
Yes.
Gilbert,
Aye.
Swanson,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis,
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Item 16,
A special ordinance approving the sale of city-owned property located at 3000 Fifth Avenue to Thomas Hughes for $500 plus closing costs, second reading.
Move to pass the ordinance.
Second.
moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Hurt,
Yes.
Gilbert,
Aye.
Swanson,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis,
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Item 17,
A special ordinance approving the sale of city-owned property located at 1013 4th Avenue to Kimberly, Castillo, Cineros, and Miguel, Cineros, Chicoa for $978 plus closing costs, second reading.
Motion to pass the ordinance?
Second.
moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Hurt,
Yes.
Gilbert,
Aye.
Swanson,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis,
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Item 19,
A special ordinance approving the rezoning of 3142 11th Street from R2, 1 and 2 unit residence to B1 neighborhood business, second reading.
Motion to pass the ordinance.
Second.
Second.
moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Hurt,
Yes.
Gilbert,
Aye.
Swanson,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis,
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Item 20,
An ordinance amending the Home Ownership Made Easy Program, second reading.
Move to pass the ordinance?
Second.
moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderperson Hurt,
Yes.
Gilbert,
Aye.
Swanson,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis,
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Item 21,
A resolution authorizing funding for rebuild downtown Rock Island.
Motion to adopt the resolution as recommended.
Second.
moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Yes, this is Alderperson Robinson. I have a question about how are we using ARPA funds and we have not discussed those funds at all as a council? How did that discussion come up?
This was presented last week at the study session, and council elected to move forward at that time.
And the primary reason, one of the reasons was the deadline for a application for a grant.
So I understand that, but I think we're going down a slippery slope with that. We know what deadlines are going to be coming up. The deadline with this ARPA grant is going to be, ARPA funds is going to be coming up. I don't want to get in the habit of starting to use those funds without us having a discussion as a council and actually setting a clear path of how we're going to distribute those funds and use them appropriately. I don't feel comfortable with that.
Alderman Robinson, I would just like to say, I brought up all these same points you're bringing up. I brought them up last week.
Okay,
Can I comment on that?
Absolutely.
So, going back to the study session of the last meeting, Moses, we had, it's really it's a timeliness matter, and I feel that if we don't take this opportunity, we're gonna be missing out on a $3 million, grant should that come about. And I think that in this particular exception, I think it was vital that we move ahead on this. I'm just giving you my opinion on it.
And the council did talk about it one time, using the ARPA funds to be able to leverage those to other dollars to make it even more money. And that's exactly, this meets that requirement. I understand we haven't had all the meetings and everything else to discuss the other areas. But because of the timeliness and being able to leverage this money, to double it, basically.
I just want to put it on the record that we, you know, and I said this before, you know, it's going to end up coming down to the point where we're going to continue to delay having that discussion about those ARPA funds, and we're going to just be rushed and start making rushed decisions. Not saying that this is one, but it gives a pretty clear indication. We haven't had that discussion about the ARPA funds, and now we're already allocating money towards projects. Because other things are going to come up, grants are going to come up just like this, and we're going to be put into the same situations, and we're going to turn around and that money's already going to be spent, and we're never going to have a discussion on it.
Right. Hopefully, we hire a ARPA manager in January here, right after the first of the year, to be able to begin that process, to go down that road, so we can start working on this.
I'd also like to point out that in this resolution, regardless of if the Quad City Chamber gets the grant, we are allocating $2.5 million of ARPA funds to the chamber, regardless, which means no leveraging.
It's not to the
That's what it says in the resolution.
right, it's not to the chamber, well, I mean, it is to the chambers using it, but it's for the downtown purpose and rebuild downtown, but yes, that's correct.
Well, I don't know, is it clear? Who gets the money if there is no grant?
It's rebuild downtown. It's designated for the downtown.
So the city
Historic
would
district.
control, if there is no grant, the city would control how the funds are spent.
Any expenditures for the downtown or anywhere else of the ARPA funds has to come to council for approval. Does that answer your question?
Okay, I'll hold you to that. Thank you, Randy.
Yeah, well, it's just like any development agreement or anything. Ultimately, it has to come to council before we spend the money in any department. So,
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderperson Hurt.
Yes.
Gilbert.
With grave reservations, aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Robinson.
I feel the same. I really want to, I just don't want us to get into a habit of doing this on a regular basis. And we're setting a bad precedence right now, you know, without us doing our due diligence. And I know this is not the discussion portion. We're not doing our due diligence with the ARPA funds. We're going to end up just bleeding that money away. So, aye.
Thank you. Item 22.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding payment in the amount of $60,633.56 to McClintock Trucking and Excavating of Silvis, Illinois, for the 2021 Water Service and Sanitary Lateral Repair Program, Projects 2526 and 2564. B, report from the Public Works Department regarding payment in the amount of $22,869.48 to Langman Construction Company of Rock Island for an emergency water main repair at 3521 15th Street Court.
Move to approve claim items A and B.
Second.
Moved to second. Any discussion?
Due to the nature of my employment, I need to recuse myself.
Okay, thank you. Roll call, please.
Alderperson Hurt.
Yes.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Okay, C, report from the Information Technology Department regarding renewal of the Google Workspace subscription and maintenance agreement with Promovo LLC of Louisville, Kentucky, in the amount of $51,667.20. Item D, report from the Information Technology Department regarding renewal of the Autodesk Autocad maintenance agreement with DLT Solutions of Herndon, Virginia, in the amount of $21,789.90.
Move to approve claims items C and D.
Second.
Moved and seconded, I'm sorry, discussion. Roll call.
Alderperson Hurt,
Yes.
Gilbert,
Aye.
Swanson,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis,
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Item number 23,
Claims for the week of December 3rd, 2021 through December 9th, 2021 in the amount of $511,677.29, and payroll for the weeks of November 29th, 2021 through December 12th, 2021 in the amount of $1,500,683.24.
Motion to allow the claims and payroll.
Second.
moved and seconded, any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Hurt,
Yes.
Gilbert,
Aye.
Swanson,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis,
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Item 24,
Report from the Public Works Department regarding the emergency purchase of a used forestry bucket truck not to exceed $60,000.
Motion to approve the purchase as recommended.
Second.
moved and seconded, any discussion?
Is this item included in their current budget, or is this something totally separate?
Second here. Luke will get up and explain it to us.
So the, Luke Van Landigan, Superintendent down Public Works. So the backstory on the bucket truck, Alderman Robinson, is our current one is a 1981, and it is gotten to the point where putting any more money in there is kind of becoming cost prohibitive. So what we're doing here, it was not budgeted for, but the, our current truck has failed, so we're left with purchasing a new used bucket truck. And what we are doing is we're taking the $60,000 from money we have allocated for trees, and we're going to apply it to this truck.
Okay, thank you, understand.
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Hurt,
Yes.
Gilbert,
Aye.
Swanson,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis,
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Item 25,
Report from the Public Works Department regarding a contract for consulting services for the Southwest Wastewater Treatment Plant Pump Station, recommending the contract be awarded to IMEG Corporation of Rock Island in the amount of $39,000.
Motion to award the bid as recommended and authorize the city manager to execute the contract.
Second.
moved and seconded, any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Hurt,
Yes.
Gilbert,
Aye.
Swanson,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis,
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Item 26,
Report from the Public Works Department regarding a contract for consulting services for the main wastewater treatment plant digesters, recommending the contract be awarded to CDM Smith, Inc. of Chicago in the amount of $175,985.
Motion to award the bid as recommended and authorize the city manager to execute the contract.
Second.
moved and seconded, any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Hurt,
Yes.
Gilbert,
Aye.
Swanson,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis,
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Item 27,
Report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding an amendment to the development agreement with LRC Developers for a rehabilitation project at the Quad City Industrial Center.
Motion to suspend the rules and pass the ordinance.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Hurt.
Yes.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Item 28.
Report from David G. Morrison, City Attorney, regarding a settlement, case number 2019L158, in the amount of $305,000 to Beverly McAnich. 315? Okay. For the record, it's $315,000.
Move to approve the settlement case for $315,000 and authorize the city attorney to execute.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Is that going to affect anything since it's changed on the agenda? Does that have any issues?
It will not, the city is responsible for its self-insured retainage and does not change the amount, so it would just be a typographical matter, and it won't change the amount that the city is obligated to pay. The amount above our self-insured retainage is paid by our excess carrier.
Okay,
So
thank you.
what changed the amount from last week to this week?
Is it a typo?
I get typo.
Okay. Were you able to hear that, Alderwoman Gilbert?
No.
Okay, the attorney made a typo. It is the 315 is the amount we discussed the other day, and it was a typo on the agenda.
I don't remember that being the figure personally, the 315.
It was
I
a
don't
typo
either.
last week when it was discussed, right?
The notes I was working from are right in front of me, and they say 350.
I can't hear his.
Come on up to the
response.
microphone.
Here, come on up.
I'm sorry, Alderperson Gilbert, this is Hector Leroux. I don't know if you can see me or not. The notes I was working from when we spoke about this case indicate that $315,000 was the settlement figure. So and I realize that there's a typographical error on the memo to council and the agenda, and that is my mistake.
Of course, the city's exposure is still the same because we pay we max our deductible out, and the carrier covers anything over our deductible.
That's correct. And their adjuster was the one that agrees to that amount above. They showed up at the mediation, and they participate in and approve the final settlement.
Right, I don't have any question about that. I just remember it differently from last week when it was discussed, that we discussed 305.
If that's the case, it is likely that I misspoke, but the mediator and everybody present at the mediation, the agreement was $315,000, and as Mr. Morrison and the mayor both point out correctly, that $10,000 difference is not on the city, regardless, because that's
Right, I understand. I have no problem with that.
okay. And if I did misspeak, I apologize. I certainly, I was looking at notes that said 315,000, so I could just have read them aloud incorrectly.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderperson Hurt.
Yes.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Item 29.
Report from the Finance Department regarding an adjustment to the calendar year 2021 self-insurance fund budget in the amount of, I'm assuming it's going to have to be $315,000, Linda?
Yes.
For a general liability claim.
Move to approve the budget adjustment as recommended.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Hurt,
Yes.
Gilbert,
Aye.
Swanson,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis,
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Item number 31.
Report from the Human Resources Department regarding a general wage increase for non-affiliated employees.
Move to approve the general wage increase as recommended.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderperson Hurt,
Yes.
Gilbert,
Aye.
Swanson,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis,
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Item 32.
Report from the Mayor's Office regarding the appointment of Bill Healy as 7th Ward Alderperson through April 2023.
Motion to approve the appointment.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion. Now, let me just start the discussion off real quick, just as a set the stage and explanation. But Mr. Healy is almost a lifelong resident of Rock Island. He left for a little bit of time. He's the owner, co-owners with his family in Bridges Catering, and here in Rock Island. Moved his business from Princeton, Iowa, to Rock Island back, I think, 2016-ish. And also then purchased a building downtown Rock Island to locate their business. There was a TIF agreement, development agreement with the Healys back then for up to I think it was $600,000. That TIF has since expired, and that development agreement's been met and has expired. They also did a facade grant for $7,500. That's been met and completed. And they currently have took out a $100,000 curl-lift loan several years ago, and there's about $61,000 left on that, and they are current with that curl-lift loan. So there's those obligations in working through the city. His family also lives in Rock Island, his fathers and other family members. He's in good standing with the city. He's a community leader, been involved in a lot of different organizations throughout the years. Currently, he was sitting down in the downtown district or downtown rebuild downtown committee. And so he is very enthusiastically looking forward to this opportunity to sit on the council seat for the next year and a half. He understands the next election will be, he'll be up at election, the next election in April of 2023, when he'll serve, or that person, that seat would have a 2-year term instead of 4-year term to get back in the sync with all the others. So I don't know if that sets the stage at this point. Is there any other discussion?
I have some comments, Mayor.
Yes.
Okay, so last week I did have a wide-ranging and very positive conversation with Mr. Healy. He recognizes that change is needed with the city, but he said that can only happen if you're in the game. He told me he wants to make the city better. He says he's an open book and has promised to be straight with his constituents if he's confirmed as alderman. Mr. Healy also said that Rock Island needs to have a thriving downtown. So even though he owns a downtown business, Bridges Catering, and the Stern Center, he said he's not in it for his businesses, but for the city. And so thank you, Mayor, for being transparent with the public that Bridges Catering has received a development agreement for the purchase of the Stern Center and received $600,000 from the downtown TIF. They also have a curliff loan and received a facade grant from the city. As you said, Bill's family are lifelong and committed Rock Islanders. And I'm sorry, but I feel like, Mayor, you've put him in a difficult position. I believe Mr. Healy when he told me that he sees the positives in Rock Island and wants to build on that and help in any way that he can. Mr. Healy promised me that he would recuse himself on all downtown and liquor license votes to avoid his conflicts of interest. Based on that promise, I would support Mr. Healy at this time for 7th Ward Alderman if that is the will of council.
Okay, thank you. Also, I'd like to add, not only did they get the CURLIF, or the TIF grant, but then they turned around and invested another $600,000, $700,000 of their own personal money working on the building, improving the building, adding a kitchen, et cetera. So they made a large personal capital investment in the building also. Any other discussion?
So, based on the comments by Alderperson Gilbert, there was the conversation, he was not going to vote on all down. What does that mean? I mean, really, the downtown encompasses a wide range of areas and and things. I mean, I guess I would like some clarification on that, because that's just, what does that mean? I mean, like, what is when you say I'm not going to vote on downtown issues, what does that mean? Would you pick and choose? And
I can't speak for what he meant personally, but basically what the law requires is that if he has a pecuniary interest or monetary interest in something that is coming before the council, that he would have to recuse himself. So I can't tell you, again, I don't know what all the deals are that might come up regarding downtown, but if there is one that comes up, it's certainly going to have to be assessed carefully to make sure that we're in compliance with the Prohibited Interest in Contracts Act, which is 50 ILCS 1053, and it sets out the parameters for where things fall and don't fall. But it's going to have to be done on a case-by-case basis.
I totally understand that, but when I get a generalized comment of matters pertain to the downtown without specifically specifying things that would be a conflict of interest there, it's just a question because.
No, sure, and I'm trying to do the best to answer that
Okay.
it's going to have to be on a case-by-case basis, because none of us know exactly what might come before the council between now and April of 2023.
All right, thank you.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderperson Hurt.
Yes.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. And welcome, Mr. Healy. We'll be swearing in January 10th. Be swearing in. Item number 33.
Report from the mayor's office regarding appointments to the Police Community Relations Commission.
Motion to approve the appointments?
Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion. And I will add one discussion item here. Because of the computer glitch or software glitch we had the other day, there's supposed to be 12 members. I was nominating 12 members to this board. One person got eliminated by accident. Carlos, I can't think of Carlos's last name. Jimenez, thank you. Works at Martin Luther King Center. And so we will bring in his name forth January 10th, the next meeting, to complete the 12 individuals. But just want to let you know that was I won't say not an oversight, it was the glitch deleted several things on here, as you can see. But just want to make clarification of that. Any other discussion?
I would like to say that reading through the people on the commission, I thought it was a good representation of a good range of participants, and I liked it.
Thank you very much. I did work along with Thurgood Brooks. He and I discussed it on a regular basis, the individuals. So appreciate his assistance in that. Roll call, please.
Alderperson Hurt.
Yes.
Gilbert.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Pulis.
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Item number, we don't have 34. We've already did the close.
Well, we skipped 30.
Let's skip 30, excuse me. I'm sorry. Item 30, open business, other business. Gosh, I'll get it correct. Other business. I'd like to
This is
start.
Alderperson Robinson.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
just have a question.
Yes.
About number 18. Can we discuss why that was pulled? Is there an issue with that or something?
You want to do it?
Yeah, I spoke with Habitat, and they wanted to pull it at this time. They're interested in actually putting together some development plan before they get the property. Because they get the property, they have to maintain it and pay property taxes on it. And so when they got to thinking about it, they wanted to wait until they've worked with the city to get some houses going up on those properties.
Okay, thank you.
So we do expect it to come back in the future.
I'd like to, I guess, say that, talk about Randy Tweet's retirement. Randy's going to be missed, greatly missed at City Hall for the city. He's done a wonderful, wonderful job. I've been directly involved with Randy here at City Hall since I was elected in 2017. It's been a pleasure to work with you. He's been very open and transparent, accessible. And so it makes it a lot easier to work with. He's been creative and helping with the city. He's had nothing but the city of Rock Island in mind and the betterment of the city. Randy was very fortunate to be able to be, I'll say, a long-term city employee, started in the Public Works, and I'll say worked his way up and moved in different positions to all the way to assistant city manager and then interim city manager, and in 2017 became city manager. And it was a pleasure to be able to work alongside you, see that progression. You're so respected not only in the city of Rock Island but throughout the community. Randy has sat on several boards, and I constantly hear how productive he is, how involved he is, and in dealing with the progression of the Quad Cities as a whole, and not just Rock Island. But he makes sure that Rock Island is covered, and their words are listened to and are spoken, so people have them to work with. And so I guess I could continue on. I'm trying to think of other ways to put it, but it has definitely been a pleasure, and I look forward and congratulate you on your retirement. And I know you have a lot of great things in mind to do. The first one is nothing, as he said, as those that have retired kind of look forward to, is nothing. But I know that his wife has a few other things in mind, and so, which is great, to be able to spend time together, travel, enjoy each other's company, and it's well-deserved. So thank you very much for your time in the city of Rock Island and thinking of Rock Island. And if I know Randy well enough, he'll still be accessible and willing to assist wherever he can throughout the city of Rock Island.
Randy? Randy?
Go ahead, Judith.
Okay, Randy, I would like to thank you for your service, not only to our country, but also to our city. I want to thank you for your generosity of time and knowledge that you have shared with me since I became an alderwoman. And I wish you only the best in retirement and hope you will truly enjoy retirement life. You've earned it. Thank you again. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Randy, I also want to congratulate you on your retirement and thank you for your dedication. I mean, being in that position for that long, that took a lot of dedication, a lot of long hours. I know that's not accounted within a timesheet. So just, I know it's short term. I was just elected in April, so I didn't have a long time to work with you in that capacity. But I felt comfortable with just the knowledge you were giving me why I was here. You know, you answered every question I had. You always had an open door and was willing to just, help as much as I can to work me through that process of me becoming as a new alderperson. Again, to your family, I know they sacrificed a lot having you in that position. So take that time with your family, enjoy it, and, just Godspeed on your next chapter in life.
Thank you.
I would also like to concur with what Alderman Robbins said. When I was first elected, I came into your office and you welcomed me to say and let me know that If there were things that I didn't understand, you made sure that you pointed me in the right direction and directed me to interact with the department heads. It's been a pleasure working with you. I can't say that enough. Unfortunately, the council didn't approve your retirement. You have to stay.
You have to run that through my wife.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Real quick, Randy, thank you for your commitment to the City of Rock Island. You've been a benefit to all of the council. Very open door policy, and your transparency is been much appreciated. And just to, I guess, to ditto everybody else, you know, congratulations and good luck on what comes next for you.
Thanks.
And Randy, I too echo what everyone has said. You have always maintained the utmost professionalism, even when it hasn't been afforded to you. But I commend you for all that you have done, for all the direction you've given me as an alderman, and for the direction that you've steered the city. I think you took a ship that needed to be righted and put on a different path than it was going, and you did it admirably, and you will very much be missed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other business? Comments?
I'd like to make a comment if I could.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for all those kind words. There's a few people I'd like to thank. It's only 7:30, so I have about an hour and a half, I think, to get through this.
Where's the IT guy?
Yes, exactly.
First off, I'd like to thank John Phillips. He was the one that hired me initially to the city, and I worked directly for John for the first 2.5 years, almost 3 years I was with the city. And I don't know if either of us knew it at the time, but he was my first mentor here. So I did learn from the best, and I appreciate all your knowledge over the years, both when I worked directly for you, when I worked at Public Works, and then you were always open when you needed to call someone about questions in this position. So I appreciate it. I then went down to Public Works, where I worked for Bob Hawes for a decade, and Bob was my second mentor, and without John and Bob, I would not be where I am today in this position. So I really appreciate that. To all of the directors we have currently and the ones that came before, you're the ones that made my job easy, or as easy as it could be. You know, it certainly isn't always easy. But you were always there with suggestions and able to carry out whatever task I assigned, and I really appreciate it. It's hard to put it in words, but I do appreciate that. To all of the employees that worked for you in the city, those are the people that really get the work done. They're the ones that come to your house when there's an emergency. You know, they're the ones that fix the main breaks and plow the streets in the winter. They're the ones that work behind the scenes to put on this production here where people can zoom in and see the meetings. Work on the budget that goes on almost all of the year. That most people don't see that all happens behind the scenes. So you see the people on the street, they're giving everything they can for Rock Island, and people behind the scenes are working equally as hard. I would like to thank the council for giving me this position. I've been in the workforce for 46 years, I guess, and this is a highlight of my professional career. So I really appreciate the honor to be able to serve in this position, both to the council that initially appointed me to the interim, the council that then gave me this position permanently, and the subsequent councils that saw fit not to fire me, so I was able to actually retire. So I do appreciate that. And lastly, to the citizens of Rock Island, I and everyone that works for the city have always done our best to do what's best for the citizens of Rock Island. Certainly, not everyone agrees with everything we do, and we're not able to provide answers to every question, but I've worked my best, the staff has worked their best, and I appreciate your support throughout the years. Thank you.
Thank you. We're now to item number 35.
Motion to adjourn.
To adjourn.
Second.
And moved and second, motion to adjourn till January 10th. Roll call, please.
Alderperson Hurt,
Yes?
Gilbert,
Aye.
Swanson,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Pulis,
Aye.
Robinson.
So is it because we're virtual that we're getting out early? Because typically we're there to 9 something at night. If that's the case, I'll stay virtual. Aye.
You know, we could have a filibuster here and keep Randy here later.